Goofy horror movies.
It's goofy It's really, really goofy Why is it so goofy?
Growing up, I hated horror movies.
I mean, yeah, I think you're supposed to hate horror. I think it's just against human nature to enjoy something that's scary, but... Hey! I'm live on Twitch every single Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Link is in the description. I better see you there.
And it wasn't because they scared me. Don't get it twisted. It was because I was too mature. I would have much rather watched Wow Wow Wubbzy. But I
Facts! Wow Wow Wubbzy. Wubbzy. Wow! Like... So much better than any bullshit horror movie you could play.
Grew up, I started giving horror movies a little more of a chance. But the more I watched, the more I realized there's a lot of not scary movies. One could even say there's a lot of goofy movies. Like we can start with Thanksgilling. It's literally a movie about a turkey named Turkey that kills people.
Nice tits.
What?
Can't make this up. Then we have Jack Frost, the Killer Snowman, whose movies are pretty much just the Chucky movies, just a lot worse. And instead of being a killer doll, he's Olaf's cousin. And you can't be a ripoff of the Chucky movies without having a kid main character. But instead of having Andy, we got this kid. You'll never be Andy.
I almost clicked off my video of this video of seeing this dirty yet. Oh,
this movie, it has a lot of issues. There's the, terrible POV kills, the fact that we never see the snowman actually move, and the characters in this movie are really stupid. We can analyze a random scene. After getting into an argument with his daughter, who also happens to be the girl from Scary Movie.
Nice.
One of the random side characters goes outside for a smoke. And while he's out there, he starts hearing voices. And instead of going back inside like a regular human, he starts investigating like he's the freaking mystery.
Oh yeah,
but
you have to understand, like that's cock behavior. That's not mind blowing. That's not mind bending. It's just like when you're born with a certain skin, it's inside of you. It's inherent.
Call me crazy, but I would just assume it's a snowman. And after that, all you gotta do is just lay out some salt and call it a night. But since Brody over here wanted to keep investigating, he ended up getting a whole axe shoved down his throat.
What?
I only asked you for a smoke.
That's another thing that gets just a little annoying about this movie. There are so many one-liners.
Can see your house from up here. Don't eat yellow snow. I'm a Picasso. Blow me.
I think it's funny. It's really not. It's not funny at all, bro.
Honestly, I think the worst part of this movie is the fact that Jack survived at the end.
That looks so
killer
nasty.
Turkeys and snowmen, we also had killer clowns from outer space. I mean, y'all heard the title. Just expect goofiness. So this one night, this couple is doing what couples do when they see a huge ball of light crash in the distance. Wonder who that could be. So this old conspiracy theory guy takes his dog with him to go check it out. And oh snap, it's a circus tent.
What? So you're telling me the shooting star just lands? Oh, it's a fucking circus there?
And oh snap, now the dog's gone. So the old man starts throwing a tantrum because his dog got stolen. But hey, here's someone to cheer him up. It's one of the very terrifying.
I'm shooting it. No hesitations, I'm shooting it. That is not a clown, that's a monstrosity, that's a deformity, that's something that needs to be shoved right back up where it came from.
Terrifying clowns. His name is Jumbo, and I think we know what happens next. Our main characters Mike and Debbie also find the tent and go in to explore it. And
Why?
It does look like it was made by clowns. They got the popcorn, they got the cotton candy.
Why?
Oh crap. And that's when they realize this circus tent is not a circus tent at all. It's a spaceship. Then, because they're stupid, they drop something, they get caught by another clown, and then proceed to get hunted down by them. They even had a balloon dog to do all the sniffing for them. I mean, I guess you could call him a balloon hound. Get it? Bloodhound. So Debbie and Mike end up escaping, sadly having to kill Balloon Hound in the process. And now the clowns are ready to start some chaos, so they start strolling into town. And while we have some time, I'll go over all the clown names. We got Jumbo, Fatso, Rudy, Shorty, Spiky, and Slim. So after escaping, our main characters are now trying to convince the cops that killer clowns from outer space are real.
Killer clowns, and they shot popcorn at us. We barely got away.
And Officer Douche over here didn't want to believe them.
Killer clowns from outer space.
I mean, I probably wouldn't either. But
yeah, the niggas just chatting. What are you talking about? Some killer clowns from outer space. If they're from outer space, we'd all would have been dead by now.
luckily, our boy Dave over here is still a simp for Debbie, so he offers to help. And while we were gone, the clowns were definitely having fun. Turned some people into cotton candy, punched some heads off.
So no one saw these people.
Terrifying.
So they really walked around with these things, or walking around. They thought it was normal. I guess they didn't want to get canceled, bro. They didn't want to judge a book by its cover. But come on now.
drove some people off the road, and the douche from earlier got his karma. And in this little sequence, we find out what the popcorn from earlier does. And unfortunately for Debbie, she had a few bits of popcorn on her clothes from earlier.
What does it do? I don't
Cut back to
understand.
Dave, and he's back at the precinct looking for guns when he sees the most disturbing thing.
Kill it, bro.
Clowns with titties. Jumbo is the most disturbing thing ever. Clowns.
Not even the breast could save the clowns. That's how you know you're down bad. When the breast can't even save you. Oh my god.
With titties. Jumbo turned the douche from earlier into a human talking dummy.
All we want to do is kill you.
Jumbo gotta be the creepiest one. He was already on that EDP timing earlier. Now he's doing this? Dave shoots the clown in the nose, cause they're clowns. Duh. And Jumbo turns into a Beyblade and explodes. So now we know how to kill them.
What?
Cut back to Debbie, who just got out the shower. And it's the popcorn.
I'm tired, chat. I'm tired. That's the only reason why that happened, bro. I am tired. My brain isn't processing that fast. What the hell, bro?
Monsters. And the clowns are here. So while all this stuff was happening, Mike was on the way to Debbie with the two ice cream guys from the start of the movie. But by the time Mike got there, it was too late. Debbie had already been put into a balloon and kidnapped by the
R.I.P.
clown.
R.I.P. Hey, Debbie, I rocked with you heavy. You feel what I'm saying? You were my main girl, but I'm not getting into that mess. So you're gonna have to find a way. You're gonna have to find a way. Some big time rush on some big time rush type ish.
Don't know why they didn't just kill her like everybody else, but F it. So now Dave, Mike, and the ice cream guys team up to go save Debbie. So they find the tent, immediately go in, and immediately get split up. The ice cream boys fell into a ball pit where they had two female clowns with, I told y'all, boobs that never stopped growing, just staring at them. So we're back with Mike and Dave, and they discover that the cotton candy that people get turned into is actually used as a food source for the clowns. So after that, they find Debbie in one of the big balloons, shoot her out of it, and I guess just leave without freeing everybody else who's trapped in the balloons. They're probably still alive. So some clowns hear the gunshot, and that's when we get this huge
I know
goose
those
chase
other people in the balloons are pressed as
of
hell.
our main characters running from the clowns through all these wacky looking rooms. We even see a few more clowns die, and some more balloon hounds. The chase ends in this huge room where a bunch of clowns are waiting for our main characters. And right when it looks like it's the end, the ice cream bros come crashing through the walls and save our friends. And if you're wondering how they escaped the female clowns, they're covered in clown kisses.
So the female clowns were horny. The female clowns were horny.
Use your imagination. And since all the relevant characters are here now, that's when we get the reveal of this huge Godzilla clown. Like, how tall is that? Like 20
What?
feet? And my boy ain't waste no time. He instantly crushed the ice cream truck, then
Jesus
proceeds to go for the
Christ.
kill on Dave while everyone else escapes. And just to add a little more tension to the situation, the spaceship takes off. And that means no help for Dave. And as Dave's about to get eaten, he remembers he's a cop, so he uses his badge to pop the huge Godzilla clown's nose. Clownzilla goes Beyblade and explodes, in turn destroying the whole spaceship. But luckily everybody survives, because I guess falling hundreds of feet in a clown car can't kill you. And the goofiest part of this movie by far is the fact that Mike allowed Dave to kiss the back of his girl's head. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the goofiest of goofy movies in my
What
opinion.
the hell,
But before
bro?
that, honorable mentions. First honorable mention we have is Leprechaun. It's about what do you think? Another honorable mention is Friday the 13th, Jason Takes My Hand. The movie's stupid as a whole, but the most annoying part is, how did they get the boat out of Camp Crystal Lake? There's no river attached to the lake. And now, for real this time, the most goofy movie, in my opinion of course, even though my opinion is objective, is Halloween Kills. Look, this movie was amazing, but it does have its goofy moments. And I'm gonna show you.
I don't know what
So the
this
movie
is.
starts back where we were last movie. If you didn't watch it, I'm not explaining it. Here's a link. Turns out Officer Hawkins is still alive because I guess getting stabbed in the neck and run over can't kill you when you have plot armor.
Yeah.
We get a flashback all the way back to 1978 when the original Halloween movie came
Yeah,
out.
I don't
Michael
remember
Myers is
watching
still
this
in it.
one.
We see young Officer Hawkins on Michael's tail.
Is this the newest Halloween? Because if it's the newest Halloween, then yeah, I definitely don't watch it.
The stormtrooper aim as Michael walks away. So disrespectful. After that, Officer Hawkins and his partner Officer McCabe track Michael back down to his childhood home. And while they're
Second
there looking for
newest.
Michael, Officer McCabe decides to walk into the room where Michael got his first kill, aka his sister's room. And he decides
Yeah.
to stand in the same spot where Michael used to stand.
Haddonfield.
I think I did see this
nothing
actually.
exciting
No, I'm.
Damn!
I I
was the
just didn't
fastest I've ever seen
remember.
Michael move. So Michael's strangling McCabe when Officer Hawkins comes in.
Yeah,
to
I just
save
didn't
him.
remember this
Sadly,
happened.
My boy forgot to turn off friendly fire. He ends up taking out McCabe. So Michael's like, damn, dude just stole my kill. So he just leaves. Then we get another display of Stormtrooper aim, and Michael gets arrested. Back to the present day, which is 2018 for them still. We meet a bunch of grown-up versions of the characters from the original movie, the 1987 version that is, and some are even played by the same actors.
Nice.
But all these side characters are the reason the movie's so goofy. Like there's this one scene where they have J.R. Smith, game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals, levels of decision making. But that's for later. Anyway, we see Michael escape the burning house from the last movie in a bunch
Yeah.
of really cool dramatic shots, and after murdering everyone, we cut to some actually lovable characters. It's an old couple that lives next to Lori.
Alright, yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't understand why they died. I didn't understand why they had to go. They were just chilling, and then they were like, you know what? Michael was just didn't like the happiness.
Back
I
to the
don't.
bar where everybody's now finding out that Michael Myers is free. And that's when the doctor couple discovers someone's been hiding in their car. And it's not Michael. It's one of the guys that escaped from the prison bus with Michael, but it's not actually Michael. But after this, that's when the stupidity commences. So everyone from the bar splits up into groups to go hunt who they believe is Michael Myers. But as the first group will
What?
soon learn, the real Michael ain't running from no fight. So doctor couple, girl from the first movie, and lady
Why y'all don't know what Michael Myers look like? Y'all don't have a fucking phone? He's like 6'6". You'll know who the hell Michael Myers is.
from the
Okay,
first
bro.
movie stop at a playground to go warn these kids about Michael. Very kind of them. But this is a horror movie. So when the girl from the first movie goes to talk with these two little Michael comes back with a bloody knife and a bloody mask that belonged to their friend. Michael spots the people in the car, and this is the scene I was talking about earlier. So a lady gets jump scared by Michael and decides to waste all her rounds in her pistol. Okay, Dr. Lady
break
gets thrown
all
out
the
car.
windows.
There's guys pissing himself. Then Marion, that's her name, goes to shoot Michael, and guess what?
This is for Dr. Loomis.
So Nurse Guy finally goes into his alpha state, but it didn't go so well.
I would have just jumped to the other seat and started driving. Me personally.
But wait, here's his wife to save the day, wasting every bullet in the clip just like Marion, except her last bullet goes straight to her head.
I don't remember that, but that just fucking pissed me off. Like, that didn't even make sense. Oh my.
Damn. So the last person left from group 1 is the girl from the first movie, Lindsay. And she straight up slaps Michael with a bag of bricks. But obviously, Michael eats it. And he starts to choke her. And then she breaks the most important rule of the WWE. Never touch a wrestler's mask. So Mikey gets all insecure and Lindsay runs away, thankfully escaping Michael by hiding behind a tree. Back to the hospital where we see Lori recovering from her last fight with Michael. A nurse throws in Officer Hawkins, and while he's there, Lori confesses her love for him. And he confesses that he saved Michael back in 1978. Turns out he stopped Dr. Loomis, may he rest in peace, from killing Michael. Now he feels very guilty about it.
I promise you, I would have put so many clips into the back of Michael's head. Michael would not be alive if I was in Halloween. What you don't know is I'm a deadly threat. Class S level threat. Level 5 level threat. Hurricane level, a magnitude 10 level threat. Like I would have murked the fuck out of Mike.
It's not your fault. It's mine.
Yeah, you're right. It is your fault. Back to group 2, well, not the only group, and they come across the remains of group 1, and they find Lindsay.
Nice.
And that's when Tommy, the boy from the first movie, vows to kill Michael.
I'm gonna get you. Come get it, man.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Have the sheriff killing Michael over you. Back to Michael, he's paying a little visit to Big John and Little John, a couple that lives in Michael's old house. And they're probably the funniest people in this movie, but Michael doesn't care. Michael gets in through the back door, and as Big John is checking Michael's sister's room, wait, Michael's sister's room? Little John runs up to help Big John, where he sees him missing his eyes. Ouch. And he sees Michael back to looking out his sister's window.
Michael
That
is
was
just
them
like,
for Little John.
I
Guess you
never,
could
like,
say-
horror movies, the thing with horror movies is that my biggest problem is I try to make sense out of them. And I need to realize that they are never going to make sense. Like the chances of a horror movie making sense is about 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 10,000. But that's what always throws me off, because I always try to dissect a horror movie, and then I get pissed off when it's stupid. But then I should know it's stupid, like Scream. Why the hell am I trying to dissect Scream? Scream is dumb.
Yeah, I don't got one. back to the hospital where everybody in town is looking like they popped a perk. Might have even popped two, because they're convinced that this 5'5" man could be 6'7" Michael Myers. This is the most frustrating sequence in the whole movie, and it's all his fault. Dude wants to be a hero so bad, but bro, you're a side character. You're just here to die, be
I don't know
useless,
why
or be
no one
comedic
can
relief,
look
'cause
up what
main
Michael
character
Myers
isn't
look
the one.
like.
Nice.
Anyway, it's all led to this dude jumping off the building, sadly. I don't know why the mom didn't just stay in the room with him, but whatever. Then Tommy has the audacity to say,
He's always worn a mask. How do we know it's not him?
so at this point in the movie, everybody in town realizes that Michael is trying to go back home. But Allison, her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's
Did
dad,
you say Scream? It's Ghostface. Nigga, the movies and shows are not fucking called Ghostface. I'm talking about the entirety of the show, the series. Scream! Nigga! Now you better watch your face before I make you look like you got a ghost face with some white. Never mind.
were already at the house. So the dad goes in first. I guess he has a better chance than those 11 firefighters did earlier. I would have just stayed inside and called the cops, but it's fine. So he goes in. The kids hear gunshots, so they immediately go in after him. They find Big John and Little John, and then they also find the dad.
Man,
Wow.
I'm dead.
And guess who's next? The boyfriend! So as Michael's killing the boyfriend, Allison pulls up trying to one-pump Michael, but he fails. He throws her down
course.
the stairs. Her leg breaks. He executes the boyfriend. And as
Damn.
Michael's about to finish off Allison, her mom comes through,
Plot
stabs
armor.
Michael, and takes his mask. And as we all know, Michael's an insecure boy, so he chases after her. But when he finds his mask, Michael realizes
It's a
that the whole
setup.
town is here. and
Yeah.
they're not looking too happy. And I mean the whole town. Like, there's even a lady with a freaking clothing iron. Like, what are you gonna do with that? So Michael puts his mask on for one final battle. Did I say final battle? I meant like final battle for them, not for him. Because
Yeah.
Michael Myers is immortal now. So as Michael was getting jumped, we learned from Laurie and Officer Hawkins that Michael is now an incarnation of evil, meaning he can't die.
Yeah, he can't die because he hasn't met me. That's why he can't die. It's not that it's impossible for Michael Myers to die. It's that Michael Myers has not met Waka Waka Movie 2, so he has not died yet.
So immortal Michael kills everyone, and we finally get the scene we were waiting for. At the end of the movie, we see Karen and Allison back at the house, and they don't know that Michael's still alive. Then Karen goes into Michael's sister's room.
And then dies.
I think we all know what happens now. So yeah, that was all the movies I could really think about right now. And I think that's the goofiest it's gonna get. I mean,
It's not the goofy he's gonna get. Scream is pretty goofy. I remember seeing a scene in Scream where they were chasing after somebody and they were only across the city, but it took them 4 hours to drive there. They were in the park. It was daytime, and by the time they got to the apartment where they knew the Ghostface was, it was night.